Alright, let's make this review fast. I want to watch the presidential debate in a few minutes, and I need to stop by QFC and get some tissue so I can cry for my country. Welcome to Movies with James. Today we're talking about Knock Knock, the newest in the Keanu Reeves film repertoire. I did not know this movie was coming out. I knew nothing about it. I just saw it on Hulu Plus. I didn't know Hulu had movies, actually. I thought they were just, recent TV shows. But it's on Hulu Plus, so I'm like, okay, it's probably not very good. It got like 1.5 stars on there, so whoa. This is, it's definitely a different film than you'd expect from Keanu. But let's get into it. Alright, so Knock Knock scored a 34% on Rotten Tomato. That's crap. But if you read the premise, it's not that surprising it got such a bad score. It's about two girls that seduce a guy and then kind of turn his life upside down. Basically, it's just a cliche erotic thriller, but it has Keanu Reeves, so I'm like, maybe it'll be okay. So of course it stars Keanu Reeves. It also has Lorenza Issa and Ana de Armas. It's directed by Eli Roth. If you don't know who Eli Roth is, he's the Bear Jew. Yeah, Sergeant Donnie Donowitz. What are you doing directing erotic thrillers, Donnie? You're supposed to be bashing in Nazis' skulls with a bat. So, altogether, I'm confused. Erotic thriller about girls seducing a guy, Keanu Reeves the main character, the Bear Jew's directing. What is going on? Hulu Plus? Why is it on Hulu? Okay, apparently it's not Hulu Plus anymore, it's just Hulu, but I don't follow these kind of things. So it's a very odd combination of events, but let me tell you what I thought about it. Alright, the goods. The goods of this movie kind of fall down to the, just going, what the hell is going on? You watch a movie and you're just like, okay, this is real, this isn't like a spoof movie, you're serious about this movie, so it's kind of funny that way. The main thing is like, I don't know how they got Keanu Reeves to be in this movie. I just imagine Eli Roth was like, hey Keanu, do you want to be in my new movie? What's it about? Well, you play a guy who has a threesome with— I'll do it. Wait, I didn't finish explaining the plot. I did. So yeah, it's literally just Keanu Reeves having a threesome with two chicks. But let me explain a little further. Knock Knock is basically about Keanu Reeves, who's a family man, loving family, great kids, great wife. They go out of town, he's at home, just doing some work. All of a sudden, there's a knock knock at the door. Hence the title. Yeah, it's named Knock Knock because there's a knock at the door. And they say knock knock jokes like once, but they really could have named it anything. Dangerous duo, threesome of death, seduction. Like, there's a million names to this movie. Knock Knock's kind of a dumb name. Also, any movie with a door knock or a knock knock joke could be named Knock Knock. It's not even related to the movie. But basically, these two girls kind of show up and go, hey, we're lost. We lost our phones. We need help finding the neighbors. So they come in, they're all wet from the rain. Keanu gives them like blankets and such, blah, blah, blah. One thing leads to another, and Keanu walks into a room and they're just like taking a bubble bath going, hey, join us, Keanu, join us, please join us in the bubble bath. So of course he does, because why wouldn't you? After they have this steamy threesome, Keanu wakes up to these nightmare girls who are just kind of trashing his house. He's pissed, he's irritated, he tries to get him out, they come back, and they kind of just try to ruin his life. They just wreck his house, try to ruin his marriage. The message of the movie is, don't cheat on your wife, because crazy girls will ruin your life. That rhymes. Wow. So while these girls are tormenting Keanu, you get to see one of the best freakouts in movie history. Keanu Reeves has this freakout where he's trying to convince the girls that, yes, he cheated, but it wasn't that big of a deal, that he banged the two of them on his wife, and he compares it to having free pizza. It's very funny. I recommend you watch it. It's hilarious. But the good part of the movie is it's kind of a new concept. It's a stupid concept, but it's new. These girls go around, clearly to go around, and they just cheat on married men, and then when the guys cheat, they just mess with them. They ruin their house, take dumb pictures, hurt him. It's just they're trying to mess with him and trying to teach him a lesson. Hey, don't cheat on your wife, because we'll mess with you. And then Keanu, he was a good guy. When they were seducing him, he was like moving around. When they first meet, the girls keep going over and like hugging Keanu, and he keeps changing seats. There's like 9 times he'll just get up and sit down somewhere else. He keeps changing seats. And they're like, you're evil, you cheated on your wife. I tried to move away from you guys. I was changing seats. But I guess what they're trying to say is, hey, no matter what, don't cheat on your wife, ever. You have kids, you're spitting in their faces. But the problem is, the moment he banged them, he's cornered in a bathroom with 2 girls in a bubble bath, and he's just like defenseless. At that point in time, if someone's like, hey, what about your kids? You can't cheat on your wife and your kids, that's terrible. I'd be like, fuck my kids, bubble bath. Like, it's clearly any guy would do the same thing, but they're trying to make it a message. Then again, the girls are also crazy and psychopathic, so I'm not sure if it's really a message. But yeah, it's just kind of entertaining to watch a threesome with Keanu Reeves and these women. It's funny. Also, the freak out, I've never seen Keanu Reeves be really emotional in movies. He's usually pretty like, hey, I'm Keanu Reeves. Except for Bill and Ted, but that wasn't a very good movie, so why would I bring that up? The girls said, hey, Keanu, a good man would have said no to us. A good man would not have cheated on your wife with us. Yeah, well, Keanu Reeves said no like 20 times, ladies, but then you cornered him in the bathroom and sucked his dick. Let's talk about the bads. The bads of this movie, there's a lot. It got 34% on Rotten Tomatoes, so clearly it's not gonna be a good movie. I highly doubt I'm gonna rate it higher than that. It's released fairly recently. It's, I think, right after John Wick was filmed, and Keanu Reeves has his long hair. He plays an architect, so it makes sense. You know, that kind of long hairstyle, you really can only be an architect or an assassin. That's really the only kind of hairstyle that profession would allow. But in the movie, he lets the girls cut it. The girls cut his hair to mess with him. And I'm like, wait, Keanu, not only were you in this dumb movie, but you let them cut your hair? Dude, what are you doing? Keanu, I just really wanted to be in a threesome movie. Okay, I get it, dude, I get it. You want to be in a threesome. And I kind of understand. I mean, the actresses in the movie, whoa, these girls are insane. And it's funny though, because in the movie they kind of like trying to convince Keanu that they're underage. They're like, you can't call the police, Keanu, we're minors. You're both minors, you're minors. I'd be more inclined to believe these girls are actual minors, like with pickaxes, than they're minors. These girls are in no way minors. Maybe they could have cast differently and made girls that are actually possibly minors. Like, who would be a good one? Like a Chloe Grace Moretz, she'd be a good actress for this movie because she's kind of like, I could believe maybe she's a minor. But then again, she wouldn't be as effective because the whole story is he can't say no to them. And it'd be really easy to turn down a threesome with Chloe Grace Moretz. I mean, not that she's bad looking, but have you seen her like leg to torso ratio? It's very scary. It's kind of like a Men in Black alien. It freaks me out. Also, Keanu's acting, I mentioned it before, but he can only do like serious roles. When he tries to have emotion and be like seductive, or especially when he's with his kids, he's like trying to be all friendly with his kids. He's like, I'm the monster, kids. I'm a funny dad monster. It's just awkward. It's cringy as hell. It doesn't work. Yeah, unless Keanu Reeves is playing someone who like kills people, he's not that good. I like Keanu Reeves though, great actor, but only in like action-y movies. In other ones, he's just kind of awkward. Lastly, the story in general, Jesus Christ, this is just, it's so, there's no climax. It's kind of just like nothing and then nothing and then nothing. It's just kind of like, let's just show like a steamy sex scene. Let's show some, a little violence, a little weird shit. That's about it. It's not really a story. All right, let's rate this movie. We're doing 5 categories: story, acting, production, creativity, and watchability. Here we go. The story is very odd. There's no distinct beginning, middle, and end. Climax-wise, there is no climax. I mean, for like the audience is when you see this very, very like, it literally mirrors, like, you know when you watch HBO at night and it has that, you know, fake porn? Yeah, it's fake. It's fake porn. It's basically fake porn. Like, it's where they show like the total like thrusting, but you know nothing, there's nothing going on. It shows a lot. It's very, very nudity heavy. I'm not complaining, I thought it was great. But besides that, there's no climax. The girls come back and just mess with Keanu. We're gonna break all your stuff. We're gonna tell your wife that you did us. We're gonna tell everyone that we're minors, even though clearly we're not minors. They should rename the movie Messing with Keanu. The story of 2 girls who bang Keanu, then mess with him. That's all it is. Story's very, very weak. However, it does have just the whoa. This is taking a nice turn. I'm gonna give him a 1.5. Acting. The acting was, well, here's the problem. Keanu Reeves is a great actor, but he's an awkward actor when he's not being like serious or violent or threatening. So he acted well, but his well acting is not good enough. So that's definitely a notch off his thing. The girls, however, this one girl, Ana de Armas, whoa. She has like this look about her. She's like this. She's like, it's much more attractive when she does it, I swear. But she has like this really good like face look. I liked her acting. I thought it was great. She had like a little Cuban accent. Loved that. The other actress, very just, she's like, if she was a guy, she would have a punchable face. I can't say that about a girl, but if she was a guy, very punchable face. The writing, it wasn't necessarily the actor's fault, but the lines given were so unbelievable. Like, you know, Aaron Sorkin always says never start a sentence with damn it. And I think they started a bunch of sentences with damn it or similar along the way. There's things that no one would ever say. Just the writing wasn't very natural, and that made the acting look kind of stupid. I'm just gonna give him a 2.5 on acting. Production, this is like, I'm not sure how to put this together because the filming was fine, but it was a filmmaker's movie. It wasn't like a cinematic movie. It's just like trying to tell a story. But again, the story was really weak. I honestly think that this was just like Eli Roth going, dude, I got an idea for a movie. Wait, whoa. You make movies? I thought you just, you know, were the actor from Inglourious Bastards. No. I make movies now. Because Eli Roth wrote it as well. And he just kind of came up with this movie. I don't know what the concept was. Like, it's kind of like a Death Games kind of twist. It was just a really weird attempt at an erotic thriller that it was erotic. It was a very erotic scene. By the way, Keanu Reeves, I thought he was really in good shape. Homie, you gotta do some pull-ups. He's not in bad shape, but I thought he was in better shape. He definitely was not in threesome quality shape. Production, I'm just gonna give him a 2.5. Creativity. This movie's very creative, I'll give you that. The concept of going, hey, let's have two girls that go around and bang married men, and then if they bang them, they torture them. Good idea, great idea, love it. Wait, who's gonna be the guy? Keanu Reeves. Oh, that's creative as hell, let's do it. So yeah, simple as that. Creativity, 3.5. Watchability. Okay, I'm be honest. This one was quite a watchable movie. I couldn't stop watching it because the problem is go to this movie and just watch it. You'll be sitting there, ooh, okay, he's kind of a cool dude, just doing his, his architecture. All of a sudden, oh, knock knock, who could that be? Oh, these girls are really good looking. Wow, I wonder what they're gonna do. They're being kind of seductive. I like this. Whoa, they're naked in a bathtub. I'm really liking this movie. Okay, now hope they do it again. I hope they do it again. I want to see that again. I'm gonna keep watching. Then you keep watching. They don't do it again. But then they're like throwing pancakes everywhere and making a mess of the house, and then they're like, stabbing Keanu with a fork, and it's just like, whoa, what's gonna happen? How are you gonna resolve this? Are they gonna get away with it? Are they not gonna get away with it? And the ending is kind of let down, but I was hoping for a good ending. So at least they, kept me on the leash. They pushed the pig to the slaughterhouse. They tricked me, but it worked, and I loved watching it. For watchability. 1.5 plus 2.5 plus 2.5 plus 3.5 plus 4.
The answer is 14.
14 times 4.
That would be 56.
56. So you know what? That's a little too high for this movie. I must have done wrong math there. I'm gonna subtract 20 just because they just don't work. They just don't work. So that would make it 36. Because it's not a good movie, but it's a movie where you're like, hey, Keanu Reeves, great, softcore porn movie. You're gonna love it. Okay, some final thoughts on this movie. So I've watched this movie twice now. Last night I watched it and I didn't do a review, and so I was gonna do it today, but I kind of forgot what happened, so I rewatched it. And rewatching this movie, you learn a lot about it. So the first time I watched it, I'm like, wow, I bet Keanu Reeves would not have had that threesome if he knew that these girls were gonna torture him. And they don't like torture him like, Saw, but they torture him like, with his life and his house and that kind of stuff. It's kind of how girls torture men. They don't do it physically, but mentally. So I'm like, Keanu, you probably regret having that bubble bath threesome. Then I watched it for the second time. I'm like, you know what? If I was Keanu, I probably would have still had that bubble bath threesome knowing they're gonna fucking ruin my life. It's totally worth it. Like these girls, whoa, they're great looking. So it's just kind of like, you know what? I would totally take ruining my career, family, relationship, and house for this night of bubble bath fun. The message was kind of lost there. And I'm sure Keanu Reeves at the end of the movie when he's like, oh my God, I can't believe these girls ruined my life. But it was totally worth it. Anyways, if you like Keanu Reeves movies, you gotta watch this movie. Classic Keanu movie, classic Keanu. If you like erotic thrillers, don't watch this movie. Terrible erotic thriller. Watch Basic Instinct or Fatal Attraction. Both Douglas classics. You're gonna love them. Definitely not a group movie. Don't watch this. Watch this movie alone. Don't watch with people. One night when you find yourself alone on a weeknight, just turn the lights down, pop your hood up to be a little creepy, and pop the movie on. Get some popcorn and just enjoy it. I know Keanu does. All right, well, thank you for joining me on this episode of Movies with James. It has been a great time to review this movie. I've had a killer time watching it. Like, comment, subscribe if you feel like it. If you don't do it. Follow me on Twitter if you want to. Don't have to. All right.